Okay, here we are back with some more TW here with Generation Wrestling, and we have the Women's Cup, the first ever Women's Cup. So recap you on what we are going to be doing here. So we have the rules of it is 2 points a win, 1 point and no contest. No one is allowed to be at the ringside, and that's very important to remember. It's very literate. The ringside is, it's very literate whenever we say that. It's solely the ringside that nobody can be around, and that's going to play into the finish of the main event. So just bear with us, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And the final can last 60 minutes, but a normal match, and I should have put that in at the time, but I forgot to put it in when I was writing this up, can last, any other matches, the block matches can last only 20 minutes. So Block A will consist of Rebecca Knox, Christina Fonelli and Cherry Bomb. Then Block B is Gail Kim, Matsumoto and Raya O'Reilly. Now, the way that the card is structured, it's Block A match, Block B match, Block A match, Block B match, Block A match, Block B match, and then, the winners go into the final. Now, there is only 2 angles, and they consist within the same sort of story, and the reason why I'm only putting in a couple of angles is because, well, one, I kind of just, it's wrong to say that I threw this card together because I knew exactly what I was doing when I was putting the card together, but also I just, in these tournament type things, I don't really like to put in too much angles and stuff like that in between the matches. 73 grand, by the way, to play with in this event. Not that we're going to need it, but so 2 points to win, 1 point in no contest. That's all you need to know for now. And it'll be Block A, Block B, Block A, Block B, Block A, Block B, and then the final. So let's go ahead and we'll choose a location here, which is going to be in front of hopefully 690 fans, hopefully more. In British Columbia, Usage Generic venue. Go ahead and run this show. So we open up with the first match of the night when Rebecca Knox goes up against Christina Fonelli. The obvious choice here was to have Knox go over, as she's 1, more popular, and 2, better. But instead I decided to go with a swerve here, and we put Christina Fonelli over in a decent match. You'll find out why I'm pushing Christina Fonelli in this match more whenever we get closer to the main event. But Fonelli defeats Rebecca Knox in 7 minutes 12 seconds with a quick roll up, and as a result she becomes the first winner of a match here tonight in the Generation Women's Cup. And not only is she in front of 686 people, and not only is she the first person to get a win here tonight, but she's also she also gets herself 2 points. So she's in the leaderboard of Block A so far, and no points for Rebecca Knox, 66 in men performance there for Knox, and a 31 for Fonelli. Then we go into the first match of Block B when Gail Kim defeats Matsumoto with a happy ending in 9 minutes by pinfall. The match has fantastic heat and good bursting, a 78 in men performance there for Gail Kim and a 44 for Matsumoto. As a result, we get Gail Kim picks herself up 2 points as well, putting herself on top of the Block B leaderboard. Rebecca Knox, though, is able to pick up a second win here in a bout that had good heat and decent wrestling. Rebecca Knox defeats Cherry Bomb in 10 minutes and 40 seconds by pinfall with a release exploder suplex. I should have wrote this in the rules, but if 2 competitors in the same block draw in terms of points, then there has to be a playoff sort of type thing, playoff type gimmick. But so Rebecca Knox, if Cherry Bomb wins the next match, there'll have to be a triple threat playoff type gimmick. 48 in men performance there for Knox as she picks up 2 points and levels the standings in Block A, and a 28 in-ring performance there for Cherry Bomb. So Block A is currently tied between Christina Fonelli and Rebecca Knox, although that could change when Cherry Bomb has her match with Fonelli. It could easily become a triple threat playoff. We go into the next segment now, where Gail Kim has her next match, and she goes ahead and gets herself 4 points, pretty much securing her spot in the final now. So Gail Kim's going to the final of the Women's Cup, the first finalist we have confirmed, as she gets herself 4 points. In about the had fantastic heat and good wrestling, we have Gail Kim defeating Via O'Reilly in 7 minutes and 54 seconds by submission with a flying dragon. 66 in performance for Gail Kim and a 44 for O'Reilly. So we'll go to the next segment now. This is going to play into the main event. We see a video airing, and Jimmy Havoc and the rest of Havoc is there, and they simply say that Jimmy Havoc simply says that Havoc may have started to look a little bit weak for the last month or so, but to prove that they are just as strong as ever, they will be inducting a new member into their group tonight. So keep an eye on that tonight. But we go into the next segment here when Fonelli goes up against Cherry Bomb. Now, if Cherry Bomb wins this match, there could very easily be a triple threat playoff here in Block A. Of course, not in Block B though. Block B is decided. Gail Kim is in the final, but here Christina Fonelli secures her place in the final as well in a decent match. Christina Fonelli defeats Cherry Bomb in 7 minutes and 35 seconds by pinfall with a double underhooked facebuster. 29 in-ring performance there for Fonelli and a 40 for Cherry Bomb. A 32 rated segment there. Not bad at all. Not particularly great, but not bad. Fonelli goes to the final, which I'm sure is quite a bit of a shock. You know, not really somebody who I would have thought I would have pushed to the final. But then we have this match between Hiroru Matsumoto and Via O'Reilly. Really just a conciliation match really, but O'Reilly picks up the win and by submission in 12 minutes, but it means nothing, so you know, whatever. We then go to the final here. Christina Fonelli goes up against Gail Kim here, and I'm going to explain the finish here to you now. Now, remember I said that nobody could be at ringside. Well, pretty much what happens is the lights go out, they come back on again, and on the Titantron we see Jimmy Havoc distracting Gail Kim, which allows Christina Fonelli to defeat her by pinfall in just under the 17-minute mark after hitting her with a double knee face breaker, and therefore Christina Fonelli becomes the first ever Generation Women's Cup winner. Now that is quite a surprise, I'm sure. 65 in-ring performance there for Gail Kim and a 28 for Christina Fonelli. Christina Fonelli becomes the first ever Generation Women's Champion, and as a result will get a chance to go up against Gail Kim for the title at our next show, which will be Generation Wrestling 24. Let's book that match in. That can be a one-on-one match. Gail Kim and Natty Neidhart will be going one-on-one in that match. No, sorry, not Gail Kim. Christina Fonelli for the title. We'll go on to the next segment here, and we see the rest of Havoc come out and celebrate with Christina Fonelli on her huge win here in that show. 50 show there. That's not bad at all. I'm very, very happy about that. Let's go Matsumoto. Well, Point is a good example. She took the loss twice tonight. Rebecca Knox is awesome as ever. And we'll go with Gail Kim, who also took a loss tonight in the final. Okay. Good show indeed. I'm happy enough with that match there tonight. Well, with that event there tonight. Let me know what you think on Christina Fornelli winning the first ever Generation Women's Cup. I know it's probably not anybody's first choice to win it, but yeah, I thought let's give it to her. Let's give it to somebody who is going to have an impact with it as far as a story goes. You know, because if Rebecca Knox or Gail Kim wins it, they just won it, that's fine. They go on, challenge for the title, whatever. But when Fornelli wins it, well, she goes to challenge for the title. But what happens in that title match, now that she's a member of Havoc? Is there going to be a member of Havoc ringside to distract Natty Neidhart? Is Natty Neidhart going to drop the title? We don't know. It could very much happen. You know, Havoc being a dominant faction and all that. Okay, right, fair enough. They looked weak in the last few shows, but at the end of the day, as I said, this decision was to kind of, from a story perspective, give them more strength, and having somebody who's just won the first ever Generation Women's Championship, women's tournament, add it into their ranks. That's quite a big, big show of strength. Like Gail Kim, I want to give you money, give you $2.5 grand. You're happy enough. Matsumoto, let's give you some money. Give you a wee bit more. We can start to give you a little bit of money again. I'll give you a little bit more, but that's it. Right, whatever. Well, at least you're down to having morale issues. Tyson Dukes, give you some money. Jonathan Gresham. Right, that's all we're giving money to now. We're down to 53 in the bank, but that's not too bad. Finish first, booking position of field war, don't really care. Our buy rate for Generation Wrestling wasn't too bad, for the Women's Cup anyway. Less than 0.1 as usual, so you know, whatever. 1600 buys, not good, but whatever. Let's go ahead then, and we can go ahead and schedule in another couple of events. So Generation Wrestling 25 can be scheduled in. Now of course that is quite a big show. It's the 25th show, quite a landmark in terms of that Generation Wrestling name. So we'll go with special calendar. So we'll go with week 4 of Sunday. Oh sorry, Sunday of week 4 is what I should say. And the start of July is the question. It must be. If not, I'll change it in a second. But it's going to be a 2-hour show, that one. That will be a 2-hour show. Save and exit. Close that please. Yep. Yep, it's going to be July. So that takes us to July. Should we do, yep, so we'll do Generation Wrestling 26 then in August. So we'll go ahead and schedule that in. Add in an event. Generation Wrestling 26, and that will be an hour and a half long special. That'll be week 2 of August, and as usual it will be a Sunday. And then we will also do another event here 2 weeks after that one, week 4 Sunday of August. Do our long show, and it can be called Generation Wrestling Summer. Let's go Summer Bash, since that's kind of like end of summer. You know, we'll put that into the gimmick. Save and exit. So yeah, it's maybe a wee bit hard to keep track of here, but you know, whatever. I can keep track of the events, and that's, at the end of the day, that's what's important. As long as I can put those, as long as I can communicate that to you, that's the important bit. So what we're going to do then is, let's go into the size now. Importance is 21 in British Columbia. Hopefully that'll go up soon enough. Our pop though is very good again. Very good. We do need to get up our pop in Europe. I wonder how we could do that, because that's the weak link really for us, is Europe. How about though we go, and we're 19th now in the ranking again, still, even I should say, which isn't too bad, decent enough. I'm happy enough for that. But now let's go into our pre-booking here. What matches have we got pre-booked? Okay, so we need to go into the titles. Let's look at the titles. Generation Wrestling, last defense was in March, so that's quite a few months ago. We need to put that title on the line again. 5 defenses though. Well, in fairness, it does start in August, so that's not a lot of defenses, but again, I do want it to be a very prestigious title, and only the top competitors in the company get to challenge for it. So, but it is a very prestigious title, very prestigious. What about the tag team titles? Yep, they've had quite a few defenses. Women's champion, only 1 defense so far. And the Vancouver champion, of course, is doing well with his win. 5 defenses since February. We need to put that title on the line again, but so for a 25th show though, I have an idea of what I'm gonna do for it. Of course, Kyle O'Reilly's still out though, which is a shame. I'm a fan of Kyle O'Reilly. I am. Especially in the company, he's doing so well. But let's see, what gimmicks do we need to change up here? We need to change up Christina Fornelli's gimmick. Staff member. Well, in fairness, she's not really a staff member anymore. So let's go ahead and filter next good gimmicks. We'll not go with any particular basis. Go for a heel gimmick. Yep. Joker, of course, you could always go for that type of character, but I don't really want to. Metalhead. Let's go with it. I mean, like, she kinda is, you know, let's face it. Scotty Mac then, which by the way, we need to take Christina Fornelli off now as your manager. Sign on, see, especially with her being part of Havoc now, which is another thing that I need to check. So let's change your gimmick. We'll go with a heel disposition. Legitimate, I guess. Let's see. What is your legitimate cool, I guess? No, cocky. Cocky, definitely. Cocky or wholesome, one of the two, really. Filter that through. Cocky we'll go with. Let's go wholesome. Okay, let's go cocky. Old school hill. Let's go with it. Who else is steel? We could go with Jonathan Gresham, just because we maybe not. Joe Hendry, maybe not. I think that's it. I think Nelson Creed actually is one that we could see about changing up. So where are you, buddy? There he is. Iceman gimmick. Yeah, you see he's not really an Iceman anymore, but we'll change up his gimmick. So no. Let's see. Legitimate or wholesome is one of the two, and he has a baby face, so he has a baby face, right? Yeah, that's good. That's good to know that he is a face. After pushing him as a face for so long. Let's go wholesome. Definitely a face gimmick. Blue collar since Kring. We could go with the blue collar one and have him sort of being, you know, he's the guy that came from a working class background and he's just worked hard to become a wrestler. Let's go for that. Kind of like the whole, you know, the Dusty gimmick, where, you know, he's the son of a plumber. So yeah, I think that's everything. Well, no, we do need to add in one person here. Christina Forneri. We can save. And that has been saved. And then Christina Forneri has been added in there, but we do need to add her into the storyline. Wow, I haven't touched this in a while. Rebecca North can stay in there, she'll be in there soon enough, but we do need to add in Christina Forneri. Nope, there, add the storyline. Well, no, actually, remove worker, add in a storyline. Sorry, add in a worker. Sorry, yep, plays a major role. Add in another worker. 99 Hot needs to be added in there. Yep, and we can maybe add in one more worker. And go with Gil Kim. Yep. Yep. Have it then. Add in a worker. So we do need to add in Nelson Creed because he's going to be playing a big part as well. He already has played a big part to that storyline. He just hasn't officially been added in. And then Christina Forneri to be added in, but not as a major role. Close. There we go. That's us sorted. That's it. That's us for now. Thank you very much for watching. Let me know what you think on the first ever Generation Women's Cup. Let me know what you think on the winner. Do you agree with the winner being Christina Forneri? Yeah, she's not the best female worker on the card, but I think that should be looked over when you see the reason why she was picked, which is obviously storyline purposes. So thank you very much for watching, but yeah, goodbye.